Embrace the inclusive spirit. Module 4 of 6. How to communicate confidently with people who have a learning disability. Welcome to Embrace the Inclusive Spirit Confident Communication course. This module explores how to communicate confidently with people with a learning disability and their families. It is presented in three short sections that cover 1. About learning disability, 2. Communicating with people who have a learning disability, and 3. Augmentative and alternative communication. About learning disability. There are 31,000 adults and 11,000 children with a learning disability in Northern Ireland. This is just over 2% of the population. A learning disability is a reduced intellectual ability and difficulty with everyday activities such as household tasks, socializing, and managing money. A learning disability affects someone for their whole life. Lots of people with a learning disability can live independent lives if they get the right support. Many people with a learning disability go to mainstream school, pass exams, form loving relationships, go on holiday, and socialize with friends and family. Someone with a mild learning disability may only need support with things like getting a job. Someone with a profound learning disability may need full-time care and support with every aspect of their life. No two people with a learning disability are the same. However, there are some things that people with a learning disability tend to experience. These include difficulties understanding information and learning new skills, problems with maths, reading or writing, memory problems, communication problems such as speaking slowly or having a small vocabulary and struggling to follow conversations, problems with coordination, difficulty understanding concepts such as time and direction, not understanding social norms or what is acceptable behavior in public. Number 2, communicating confidently with people who have a learning disability. Here are some good practice tips for communicating with customers who have a learning disability. Not all will apply to all people. Some people may use the hidden disabilities sunflower lanyard or a just a minute or jam card to let you know they need a little more help, support, or time. Many people with a learning disability prefer face to face, one to one communication. Uh, Offer a quieter, less busy space if that is possible. Ask what works best for the person you are communicating with. Follow follow the lead of the person you are communicating with. Go at their pace and give them time and space to reply. Listen to the reply. You may need to work harder to understand. Check that you have understood correctly. Use plain language and easy to understand words. Avoid jargon. Think about your tone of voice and keep it even and friendly. Use gestures and facial expressions to reinforce what you're saying. Be aware of what they might tell you through their body language and facial expressions. Ask one question at a time, using real objects, draw simple pictures, or paint to photos if this seems helpful. Augmentative and alternative communication. Most people with a learning disability use their voice to communicate. Some people with profound and multiple learning disabilities might use augmentative and alternative communication, known as AAC for short, to help them communicate alongside or instead of speech. They may also use no tech or low tech options such as writing, drawing, or spelling words by pointing to letters. Here are some examples of AAC. The first is a tablet with an on-screen grid of simple pictures and words. This grid has examples of emotions. The second is a printed card showing pictures of rooms and facilities that people can point to. Here are some good practice principles for communicating with an AAC user. Communicate with the person, not the device. Speak age appropriately using non-verbal communication does not mean the person does not understand or is a child. Establish how they communicate yes and no. This may not always be a nod or a shake of the head. Ask them what helps to make communication successful. If there is time, ask them to show you how they use their AAC system to help you understand. Respect card and screen privacy unless you're invited to look. Consider drawing simple pictures or pointing to photos in your menu or brochure. Ask one question at a time. Check you have understood correctly. Be patient. Making choices can take time, and technology doesn't always work perfectly. Be sure to be sure the user is done communicating before you move on. Thank you for completing this module. Please move on to module 5 to learn how to communicate confidently with wheelchair and mobility scooter users.